Hello the internet and welcome. So this is going to be a test of the new filming setup. If you can tell, it's really bright, because I have a ring light now. Hooray! It's a ring light. I also have a different camera and a different microphone, so I'm going to be testing kind of what works better to determine how I want to do things going forward. So, on to the fun. This is going to be a basic get ready with me. I'm going to start out with the NYX Photo-Loving Primer. It's the green reduced redness version. Using a dollop of that all over my face. And I'm going to be looking down here because that is where my mirror is. Alright, moving on to foundation. That's going to be oldie but goodie, Acne Fighting Foundation from e.l.f. in the shade Porcelain. I'm so close to done with this, it's awesome. Brushes today are going to be almost exclusively the BH Cosmetics set. That's one of the BH Cosmetics sets that I purchased because BH Cosmetics makes amazing brushes and I like them and they work. Now, as you can tell, this foundation is really light on me. But that is what bronzer is for. As I said, this is the one I'm trying to use up because the shade match is not correct. But that's what happens when you buy foundation online. Pro tip, don't do that if you can help it. Okay, and now that I'm appropriately pasty, let's move on to fixing the pasty with some bronzer. I will be using the Devinah Cosmetics Masago bronzer. That was very shiny, I'm sorry. Okay. One of the non-BH Cosmetics brushes. This is an e.l.f. small tapered brush. And the only other non-BH Cosmetics brush, this is the Vasanti contour eyeshadow brush that I have turned into a designated nose contour brush. Looking good. Next, we're going to move on to blush, and that will be M.B.A. Cosmetics. This is the blush bouquet in Garden Bouquet. And it looks like this. It's very pretty. It looks like a rose. This stuff is really pigmented. It's best to use a light hand. Otherwise, you will spend a lot of time trying to blend away the excess. Onto highlighter. This is actually a baked eyeshadow. It is not technically a highlighter. It is in the shade Enchanted. This is one of e.l.f.'s baked eyeshadows, and I actually really like it as a highlighter. I think it does a good job, and I don't mind multitasking. Oh yeah, glowing. And keep it going. Okay. Damn. Moving on to the eyeshadow primer, which is, surprise, surprise, Milani eyeshadow primer. Okay. For this look, we are going to be using the Makeup Revolution Neutrals versus Neutrals palette. It is really, really stunning. And I believe it is supposed to be a dupe or inspired by the Sweet Peach Too Faced palette. This is actually, I believe, the second palette that I purchased from Makeup Revolution, and I love it. Have loved it for an incredibly long time, and I don't ever want to live without it. So, starting off, I'm going to be going in with the shade up here, Basis. It's a nice matte skin tone color. And I'll be putting that just everywhere on my lid. Then I will be going in with the shade Adapt, right here. And that will be my crease color. Okay, so I went ahead and I brought Adapt into my crease and just slightly above my crease, and then I'm going to be going in with a deeper color just on the outer portion of my crease to add a little bit of definition. I'm thinking for that deeper color I'm going to be going with the shade Custom right here in this corner. And this is just going to be going on the outer portion of my crease. Okay, now moving on to lid color. I'm gonna go with gold. So in this one we are going to be going with the shade Mode. It is this shiny golden color right down here. I will be using my NYX Matte Finish setting spray to wet my brush before I apply. Okay, now that that is done, I'm just going to add a slight bit more shimmery color to the absolute inner corner of my eyelid. So for that one, I'm going to be going into the shade Style right down here. It's kind of a pinky metallic shade, and I think it will work pretty well with the rest of this look. Once again, I'm going to be wetting my brush with my setting spray to help this adhere. And I'm going to be bringing this under my lower lash line. Okay, so that's eyeshadow done, and I will be moving on to liner and mascara. Okay, so for liner, I'm going to be using the M Cosmetics. This is the Illustrative eyeliner, and it's like my holy grail eyeliner. It's very precise. It's very, very black. And it's so easy to work with. Okay. Then for mascara, I will be using the Nicka New York. This is the Triple Play Lash Perfecting Mascara. It has rubber bristles, and if you stab yourself in the eye, it's terrible, but I really do like what it does for my lashes. So, okay, now eyes are done, face is done, on to lips. I'm going to be using the LA Girl Matte Flat Velvet Lipstick, and this is in the shade Sweet Revenge. So it's a very nice, bright pink color. Okay, I am happy with that. That is it for this little get ready with me tutorial look at my face, and I hope that you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you in the next one.